If you're watching this video, it's probably because you have plateaued in your rank in Rainbow Six Siege. We've all been there and done that. Make sure you stick around until the end to hear my advice for players who want to get better and ranked. Until then, here are the two biggest reasons why you aren't ranking up in Rainbow Six Siege. The first reason is you are lacking patience. Especially for the guys still stuck in the lower ranks, you're probably too aggressive and you swing your opponents without any intel. Or you run into the objective, guns blazing, and hope for the best. I'll touch on that a bit more in the next reason. Of course, there are times where aggression is needed to win a gunfight. However, it's all about your situational awareness. Watch this clip from a few years ago when I was still trying to make it out of the depths of gold on how to be patient in a clutch scenario.
Last operator standing.
Pause. So you see here how I'm holding an angle on a common rotation point for the defenders. I'm already at the disadvantage in a 1v3 scenario, so waiting for opponents to get greedy for a kill pays off big time. Learning to be patient and use opponents' weaknesses to your advantage is vital. So you can see that I actually never pushed into the building any further than the cafe. The defenders had a pretty good idea where I was because I had killed somebody earlier in the round near the balcony outside the cafe. I waited for them to push me, and after my potato aim took out the first guy, I was able to use the defenders' aggressiveness against them with my patience. Now, watch this clip as I have the diffuser down in gym. I use my positioning and map awareness to my advantage. Be sure to stay until the end for my biggest piece of advice regarding that.
Op 4 found a bomb. You must defend it. One friendly op.
Pause. See how I anticipated my opponent's rotation rather than trying to sprint and flank him or swing him? A big problem with people not being able to rank up is that they can't win gunfights, which translates to not winning games most of the time, which then translates to being stuck in silver forever. Now, let's resume and watch the rest of the round play out.
Operator remaining. Op 4, last operator standing.
I recognized the red pings from my teammates and anticipated that the opponent would try to swing me. I played it slow instead of trying to swing him right when I saw the ping. At the very end there, I separated myself from the gunfight and crouched to reload. This is when patience comes up big. Being able to assess the situation and plan out the next move with intent is key to winning gunfights. During that reload, I listened to the footsteps of the opponent to see if he would push me directly down the hallway. I heard his footsteps in the distance, so I anticipated his positioning at head level through the impact hole and won the gunfight. That's how you use patience and positioning to your advantage. The next reason you aren't winning games is because you aren't using your intel. Sure, it sounds simple, but it's certainly something that we're all guilty of. Rainbow Six Siege is a game of strategy and reconnaissance. Use your drones, your cams, and your abilities. If you wanted to go into every round blind, then you might as well go play S&D in Call of Duty. The game has these things available to you to give you an advantage on an opponent. Here's a quick example of me playing passive and using my ability. When I wasn't ranking up, I found that I was too busy rushing into sight and trying to get early kills and then dying quickly. Occasionally, I traded, but most of the time I died and left my team with the man down early in the round. As a lower ranked player, it's common to brush over the strategic side of the game because it just doesn't seem necessary. Well, I'm here to tell you now, it is necessary. Another example of this strategic minded approach is by actually using your ability and picking useful operators. Again, sounds simple, but there's too many times when I'll see someone go IQ because, quote unquote, she has good guns, and then never take out her scanner in the entire round, even though she has one of the best abilities. Or someone will choose an operator like Oryx on defense when options like Jaeger or Doc are available. As soon as you start using your intel, being strategic, and letting rounds develop, you'll find that there's infinite room for improvement as you climb up the ladder of the ranking system. Lastly, I promise some quick advice to my competitive players out there. 2 words: map knowledge. You can be the worst player in the lobby, but if you have map knowledge, you will absolutely succeed in the Rainbow Six Siege ranked playlist. The game rewards players for knowing every nook and cranny of maps, including rotation points and typical attack entry points. If you want to increase your map knowledge, be sure to go check out my map callouts playlist to help elevate your quality of playstyle in Rainbow Six Siege. Until then, be sure to subscribe and like the video if this helped you. See you in the next one.